right, let's dive in. Today we're heading to sunny Spain to explore Marbella's luxury property market.
A fascinating market.
Absolutely, and we've got this report from Elite Villas Marbella breaking it all down.
Trends, predictions, the whole nine yards.
Exactly, so if you've ever, fantasized about owning a piece of Spanish paradise,
We're just wondering what makes this market tick.
this is the deep dive for you.
Okay.
So first off, the report's pretty clear. Marbella's market is booming, like way beyond just bouncing back from the pandemic.
More than a bounce, yeah.
They're seeing price rises of 13.7% just in the past year,
Wow, that's significant.
bringing the average price per square meter to $4,812. So, that's got to make you wonder, is this like a bubble?
Right. Is it sustainable?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. And the report does suggest this growth, it's probably going to keep going.
Interesting.
The prices haven't even hit those 2008 peaks yet, so there might be more room to climb.
Makes you think.
It does. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, who's actually buying? Who's driving this demand?
Well, Elite Villas points to a big increase in high net worth individuals.
Okay, so think like global elite drawn to Marbella's lifestyle.
Exactly. Especially Scandinavians. They're a big part of it.
Interesting. But it's not just individuals, right? There are families, too,
Oh, absolutely. Lots of families relocating from across Europe,
making Marbella their new home.
drawn in by the international schools, the great lifestyle, and, remote work, making it all possible.
That's true. Work from anywhere with that Marbella backdrop.
Exactly. Trading the commute for, a beach walk.
Now, that's a good trade. But seriously, all these international residents, it must be creating a real mix of cultures there.
Oh, definitely adds to the cosmopolitan feel.
Yeah. And of course, with so much demand, certain areas are going to get even hotter.
Oh, for sure.
So let's talk hotspots. The report mentions the Golden Mile seeing big price jumps.
No surprise there.
But then there are these emerging areas like Benahavis and Estepona.
No surprising, yeah.
So for someone who's, maybe thinking about investing, what's the difference?
Well, the Golden Mile, that's the heart of luxury, right? You're paying for that prime location.
Okay, so you're right in the thick of it.
Exactly. But Benahavis, Estepona, they still have that Marbella vibe, but maybe a little more value for your money?
Interesting. So it's like choosing your level of luxury.
In a way, yeah. Classic established versus, something a bit newer.
I like that. And within these areas, the report highlights this trend towards luxury apartments, penthouses.
Townhouses, too. Especially the ones that have been renovated, updated.
Under euro million, they say. So even within luxury, there are levels.
Definitely. Different strokes for different folks.
But what's driving that? Why are people, even super wealthy people, looking for more manageable luxury?
Could be lifestyles changing. Maybe they want luxury, but without the huge estates to manage.
I could see that. A beautiful penthouse with amazing views. That's hard to beat.
Hard to beat, yeah.
But we're not just talking about owning a dream home here, right? There's the investment side, too.
Right. And that's where the rental market comes in.
Okay, so tell me about that.
Well, Elite Villas emphasizes those high rental yields.
Meaning you could potentially rent it out when you're not using it.
Exactly. Offset those ownership costs, especially with short-term luxury rentals.
For vacationers and such.
Yeah, those are popular. But on the flip side, you've also got this strong long-term rental market.
From all those families relocating.
Exactly. They want stability, so longer leases.
So you've got short-term, potentially high returns, but seasonal. And then long-term, more stable.
Lots of options, yeah.
Definitely something for investors to think about. Now, you mentioned earlier that Marbella's success, it's tied to what's happening in Malaga.
Oh, absolutely. Can't talk about Marbella without mentioning Malaga.
So fill me in on that connection.
Well, think about it. Malaga was recently named the world's best city to live and work in by Internations.
Wow, that's quite a title.
It is. And it's drawing in a global workforce, tons of investment.
So what's the link to Marbella's real estate?
Well, Malaga's got this amazing mix of culture, amenities, this growing tech scene. Companies like Google, Oracle, they're setting up shop there.
So all those professionals, they need somewhere to live.
Exactly. And where do they look?
Yeah,
Marbella. Close to the action in Malaga, but with that luxury lifestyle.
that makes sense. So Malaga's success is basically a boost for Marbella.
Like a rising tide lifting all boats.
I like that analogy. But could it also be competition, I wonder?
That's a great question, and it's something we'll definitely explore more in the next part of our deep dive.
This is getting interesting. So much to consider. Market trends, who's buying, the influence of Malaga.
And there's more to uncover.
There always is. We'll be back in a flash to dig even deeper into Marbella's property market.
Don't miss it. back again, ready to dive deeper into Marbella.
I'm ready. Last time, we talked about Malaga's success potentially being competition for Marbella. Should investors be worried?
Not worried, but definitely aware. Malaga's growing, attracting a lot of investment, so it could, develop its own luxury market.
Meaning it could offer that similar lifestyle, but for less money.
Potentially, yeah. Especially for those who, are more budget conscious, let's say.
Right, but Marbella has something Malaga can't just create overnight, right? Like that established reputation for luxury.
Exactly. Marbella's been catering to the elite for decades. That's not easy to replicate.
It's like a brand almost.
It is. So if you want that proven luxury destination, Marbella's your safe bet. But if you're looking for those emerging opportunities, higher returns, maybe Malaga's worth a look.
Interesting. So two different options, each with their own advantages.
Exactly. Now let's shift gears a bit. We need to talk about something crucial for anyone investing: regulations.
Ah, yes, the legal stuff can be a bit daunting.
It can. The report touches on Spanish property taxes, which can be, well, complicated.
Especially for international buyers, I imagine.
For sure. It really depends if you're buying as an individual or through a company. Lots of factors to consider.
So doing your research on those taxes is key.
Absolutely. And the report really emphasizes understanding market cycles.
Meaning?
No market goes up forever, right?
So even a hot market like Marbella could cool down.
Could have slower growth, even some dips. It's the nature of real estate.
So how do you, mitigate those risks?
Smart investors, they think long-term. They know real estate goes in cycles. They do their research, work with local experts, and make informed decisions.
Solid advice. Now, we talked earlier about Marbella embracing those sustainable development concepts.
The Garden City, the 15-minute city.
Tell me more about those, how they might impact the market.
Okay, so Garden City. Imagine integrating nature into the urban landscape. More green spaces, parks, a balance between the city and nature.
Sounds amazing. So like a luxurious villa surrounded by gardens.
Exactly. And then the 15-minute city, that's all about creating those walkable neighborhoods.
Where you can get everything you need within 15 minutes.
Work, shops, healthcare, all within a short walk or bike ride.
So convenience and sustainability.
Absolutely. And that has big implications for property values. Imagine properties that are close to green spaces, well-connected, walkable. Those become super desirable.
So future investors should be paying attention to that, not just the traditional luxury features.
Exactly. All right, let's shift gears one last time. Talk about those global trends shaping the future of luxury.
On all ears.
One that's already big is this idea of experiential luxury.
What does that mean?
It's not just about owning the property anymore. It's about the experiences that come with it. Think curated concierge services, access to exclusive events, tailored travel experiences.
Wow, so it's like your whole life becomes a luxury hotel.
In a way, yeah. And another big trend is sustainability. High net worth individuals want properties that are eco-friendly without sacrificing luxury, of course.
So eco-conscious design, energy efficiency, all that.
Yes. Marbella, with its natural beauty and focus on sustainable planning, it's well positioned for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there are those potential challenges on the horizon too, right? And we talked about the global economy.
Right. Rising interest rates, inflation, that could affect affordability, cool down demand.
Even for the super rich, it matters.
It does. And then there are those always changing regulations, new property laws, tax rules, environmental policies. Those can all have a big impact.
So investing in luxury real estate, it's not a walk in the park. It takes research, a good strategy.
For sure. But there's just something so alluring about Marbella, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It's that mix of natural beauty, luxurious living, that vibrant international scene.
It's special. So in part 3, we'll bring it all together.
We'll look at everything we've learned about Marbella's market and give you some final thoughts to consider.
Stay tuned.
We're back, ready for the final piece of our Marbella property puzzle.
Let's do it. We've covered a lot, from those booming trends to potential challenges.
Now we put it all together and, figure out what it all means.
Especially for you, our listeners, whether you're a seasoned investor
Just curious about the market.
or dreaming of that Spanish escape.
We want to help you understand it all. So let's be direct. Is Marbella's luxury market a good investment?
The big question. Like any investment, there's no simple yes or no. It really depends on you.
On your goals, how much risk you're comfortable with?
Your strategy, all of that. But from everything we've discussed,
There are definitely some strong points for Marbella.
lots of positives to consider.
Let's recap. We've got a market that's hot right now.
Really strong demand, especially internationally.
That rental market is thriving.
And Malaga's growth is giving it an extra boost.
Don't forget Marbella is becoming a hub for that sustainable luxury.
Those garden city and 15-minute city ideas, those are attracting a lot of buyers.
And of course, there's Marbella itself. The beaches, the weather, that international vibe. It's established, it's luxurious.
Definitely adds to its appeal and suggests its market's in a good position to keep growing.
But we can't ignore the challenges either, right?
Yeah.
The global economy, Malaga as a potential competitor, those ever-changing regulations.
Right. Those are real factors. You've got to factor them in. But they also show how important it is to do your research.
Work with local experts who know their stuff.
And be prepared for the long haul.
So it's about being smart, not just jumping in because it sounds exciting.
Exactly. And here's a key takeaway. Investing in luxury real estate, it's not just about the property itself.
There's more to it than that.
It's about the lifestyle that comes with it, the community, the experiences you have.
It's about investing in a whole way of life, not just bricks and mortar.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And as the idea of luxury keeps evolving, with sustainability, those experiential elements, focusing on well-being.
Sounds like Marbella's ready for all that.
Well-positioned, for sure. So there are always risks with any investment, but Marbella offers a lot for those seeking, not just financial returns.
But a life that's fulfilling, that's enriching.
Exactly. In this deep dive, we've looked at the trends, the risks and rewards, the future of luxury living.
A lot to take in. But at the end of the day, the decision to invest in Marbella, that's up to you.
We've just tried to give you the knowledge, the insights to help you make that decision.
The tools to assess the market, figure out the pros and cons, see if Marbella matches your goals.
Now it's your turn. Do more research, see what's out there, maybe even visit Marbella, get a feel for the place.
We hope this deep dive has been helpful, that it's made you think, given you a better understanding of this amazing market.
Keep exploring, keep learning, keep diving deep.
That's all for this episode of The Deep Dive. Until next time, happy diving.